Hello, hello, hello to all of my Pisces. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy solar eclipse, happy new moon in Aries. Also, happy pre-Mercury retrograde. It actually goes retrograde on the 21st, so it may already be the 21st in some parts of the world. But so if that's the case, happy Mercury retrograde. All right, so when planets go retrograde, it's actually a great thing, Pisces. Just in case you've heard otherwise, it's actually a really good thing because planets don't move backwards and they don't move at a slower pace, but it gives you an opportunity to slow down to see, in this case, because Mercury is the communication and messenger planet, to see how messages are traveling to you, how they're traveling, how are they, because we know that Mercury is also aligned with travel and technology. Is it traveling via email, text messages, through a dream, a sign outside, a song? How is it being? And it's also the knowledge and learning planet. So let's get to it. Let's get right into it, Pisces. I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your birth chart. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. I see your money growing, Pisces. This is nice. Make sure you're planting those seeds. In the last video, I talked about some of the things that you can do during the new moon phase, and one of it is planting the seeds that you want to grow. Here we have High Priestess energy. Someone is psychic, has psychic gifts. So again, however these messages are traveling to you, you want to pay attention to those. And also, so it doesn't get kind of sort of like a traffic jam, write it out, journal it. Journal it, anything that's can be overwhelming for you. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. You want to toss it into a burning bowl. We are in new moon Aries season, and Aries is a fire sign. Anything you need to toss into a burning bowl, please do it, because I see somebody about to be booked and busy. Lots of duties and responsibilities coming your way. I need more than two hands. Here we have 10 of Wands. I do see you being booked and busy. So Source is saying rest up, because a lot of work is coming your way, a lot of duties and responsibilities, and you certainly don't want to be overwhelmed by energies. And I'll tell you the type. I'll give you some adjectives to help you with the types of energies that could overwhelm you. So only plant the seeds that you want to grow, because somebody is already thinking creatively, how can I make some more money? Like, I want to come up with some more ideas to make some more money. And Source is constantly sending you ideas, right? So for some of you all, it can be quite overwhelming if you're still thinking about certain types of energies, and I'll get back to that in a second. Because this is how people see you. See this rabbit right here. When you think about rabbit, you think about rapid creation or procreation, right? You think about these creative ideas. We're talking about we're talking about, like rabbits procreating fast. And so we're talking about your money, like doubling, tripling, however you want to grow your money. So a lot of creative ideas can be coming across your path about how you can grow your money, Pisces. But if you feel like you got a traffic jam in your water and it feels like, okay, something is blocking it, part of it is because you're picking up on everything, like highly, you are highly magnetic, and so everything is coming to you. You're feeling stuff from. Let me start this part of the reading, because I want to make sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. When we're talking about fire energy, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the energy planet. It's the planet of, you can really sit there and think, okay, is this draining me, or is this inspiring or motivating me, right? Is this an energy leak, or is this an energy hack, right? So some of the energies that, if you don't get a handle on some things and make sure you're not only getting your rest, but you're also flushing all of those toxins out of your spirit through sacral chakra music and just chakra music in general, or meditation music with water sounds in the background. These energies that could be weighing you down and adding to you having a lot of duties and responsibilities, also known as booked and busy, could cause you to be bitter and burdened as well. If people see you as competition, those are the energies, names you want to toss into the burning bowl, whether it's at work or in your personal life. They see you as competition. They're constantly at war with you, constantly creating arguments, constantly even if they're no longer alive, or you haven't talked to them in a long time. Every time their name comes up in the spirit, burning bowl ceremony. I don't need anything that's going to block the growth of my money. I don't need anything that's going to block me from, take away my energy. I want to be booked and busy. I do want to have a lot of duties and responsibility. I want to see my money growing. For some of you all, it's a new position or increase in your position. I'm too busy to even be concerned with who sees me as competition, who's at war with me, right? Who the energy vampires are. who is trying to play these SE, these three-letter S word games with you, right? Who's trying to withhold or use it as a weapon in your relationships or whatever, again, in your personal or your professional life. And then also, who's trying to discourage me? Those are the energies that need to be tossed into the fire pit, because again, get ready to be booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. I see your money growing, Pisces. So again, those energies that, like I said, could be coming up in your spirit. Source is like, okay, make sure you get your rest during this. Take this time to get some rest, because again, source is trying to make somebody booked and busy. Again, I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your chart. I'm talking to you, including if Pisces is your MC or IC. This is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you, but if you want a personal reading, my information is down below. All right. Okay. All right. So we have the Hierophant card. We have the Chariot card, right? And so, like I said, somebody could be... I'm seeing victory for you in your card. I see you at a higher frequency. I see you at a higher mind, right? And I see victory over your feelings. So again, in terms of your feelings, when you think about those energies that see you as competition, they're at war with you. Instead of being at war with their own demons, they're trying to choose you to be at war with. You're like, no, I'm not giving that in. I'm turning off the water faucet with that. I'm protecting my heart. I'm protecting my creativity. I'm protecting my emotions. I'm protecting my joy. No, sir, and no, ma'am. There is no way I'm letting you come back in and distract me. So whoever it is, whether it's at work or in your personal life, you're like, no, I need to get my rest. Energy is coming, because again, people will start to see, your money growing. They're starting to see the level of respect that you have in the community, and they will try to come back and say to you, oh, you've matured. You certainly have grown, as if they weren't messing with you until you matured. Well, they had to evolve too. If they were that mature, now that's why I want somebody to hear me. If they were that mature, Pisces, then they would have been mature enough and wise enough to mentor or to help you. So don't fall into that, right? Pay attention to the messages. Here we have the Ten of Cups. A lot of people have gone through a lot of things where their inner child felt vulnerable, and if these energies really want to help you so bad, why didn't they help you? Because they had not evolved themselves. So don't fall for the okie doke. It's like a person who is saying to you, anyway, like I said before, you got expansion all around you. I see you moving on from something. Here we have the Six of Swords and also the Three of Wands. This is where you're emotionally, you physically moved away from something. You're like, I'm physically moving on from something. That can mean moving to a different department, leaving all of that mess behind, all the competition, all the people who are at war with you, leaving all of that behind. And same thing in your family. You're leaving all of that behind physically, and all around you is expansion. So, like I said before, Source wants you to get your rest, to get prepared, because for some of you all, somebody could have been married to. Now, if you're currently with your person, then, great. But somebody could have been married to somebody in the past, either in business or in love, who will try to resurface and say, oh, you seem like such a different person now. Emotions turned off. And some of you all will be getting married. Looking at the cards here, will have the family that you want if you're not already in that situation. Again, if you don't desire to be married or don't desire to head in that direction, this also represents your divine masculine to your divine feminine, making sure that your inner child is protected, right? So if somebody sees you as a perfect catch and you don't want to be married, you have no problem with saying thank you for the compliment, but I'm good, right? So again, we have the Three of Wands. So just expansion all around you. And so somebody may be having some kind of nervous jitters in your stomach because you're picking up on everything. And the nervous jitters is that Source is saying to you, anything that's bad, toss it into a burning bowl. If it's good, that's the seed you want to plant, right? So somebody has been really thinking about all kinds of creative ideas. So create some kind of, some kind of mantra that you say every single day, so that you feel protected and so you feel nurtured, right? Here we have the Two of Wands. We also have the King of Swords, the King of Wands. We have the Four of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and also the Eight of Wands, right? So there were some energies before that intentionally left you out of some things. They didn't want to invite you to certain things. They didn't want you a part of certain things. And this is what's happening with them. They are the ones that actually are going to start feeling left out, because again, you're the only person that holds the key to your vault. So if you feel like you're left out of something, or you left out of love, or you left out of money, or you left out of a position or something, that's about to change very quickly, very, very quickly. That's why Source is reiterating, get your rest, get your rest, get your rest, right? And so you will become more knowledgeable about things. Like I said before, more knowledgeable, wiser, and more knowledgeable about things. Again, you're not holding a grudge at all. Again, when people feel like, you know, you want to be invited to things all of a sudden, you can, in a very gentle way, decline an invitation. Thank you. I remember when I really needed to, I needed some stable energies around me. I remember when I really needed some, because in my vulnerability, I did feel insecure about some things. And I needed somebody to help me to manage my money or help me, I felt like you were vital to my success, but I don't feel that way anymore. Thank God, right? Again, you're not holding on to any grudges. You just now realize that other people, they don't hold the key to your vault. That's what the realization that somebody came to. And here we have the eight of wands, and things are it's gonna be a quick progression of things happening for you. That's why Source is saying take your time, get your rest, because I'm sending information to you slowly but surely. Sit down and process those things, jot them down, write them out. And if it still doesn't make sense to you, say, Source, help me to kind of sift through this. Like, why it's a little bit confusing here, because you have the whole world in front of you. I see travel for you. I see you meeting new people, other opportunities coming your way. It's like you got to see how the window can't even fit on this card. Like, somebody's at a higher frequency now. You're at a higher mind, and you're seeing yourself differently. Like, somebody saying, I see myself sitting on this throne here. I see why people are attracted to my energy. See, these people who left you out before will say, oh yeah, people see you, you're handsome or you're pretty, or now that you're making all of this money, people want to be attached. But I remember when you back in the day, and I remember this and remember that about you. Okay, well, you keep staying back in the past. I'm at a higher frequency now, and now I don't want to be bothered. Here we have the Two of Wands. No, I don't want to be bothered. I'm good. Here we have the Four of Cups. I do see somebody, like I said, ruminating over something. And so you don't have to ruminate over anything. You don't have to keep, feeling like, being confused about anything at all. There is no, because it looks like somebody is highly creative. So basically anything you want to do, Pisces, you can do. And so this lion right here behind you is keeping you motivated. It's like, what, I'm really proud of the person that I've become. I'm proud of the ideas that's coming through. When I felt like I needed somebody to save me, I had to learn on my own. I felt like I was in the wilderness. Somebody may have felt like they were in the wilderness for a while, and so now I got a lot of opportunities coming my way. I'm excited, and so here we are. Here we are. Here we are. But you will remember the energies that saw you as competition, the ones who were at war with you, people who were trying to stop and block your blessings, people who were draining your energy. One minute you felt like you were inspired, the next minute they were at war with you again, and you don't even know why, just a state of confusion, right? People who kept trying to discourage you, trying to, you weren't smart enough, you weren't this enough, pretty, handsome, whatever. All of that stuff out the window. Source is saying you're about to open up your vault, and it's really about to blow somebody's mind. Really, it's about to blow somebody's mind. And so, yeah, there will be some people who will try to come back, Pisces, and try to, go back down memory lane. You can say, you know what, I'm not that person anymore. So, I'm glad that you're going back there, but I'm not. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, High Priest. We have the King of Pentacles, the Princess of Swords, and also the Two of Wands. When I say wealth is coming your way, that's an understatement. And I'm talking about, like, when I talk about wealth, I'm not talking about just material wealth, Pisces. The King of Pentacles is the wealthiest card in the deck, but because of how you are seen and the way that you're so creative and the energy of money is so attracted to you, these people right here that left you out in the past, you were looking for their approval to some way, shape, form, or fashion, because you were just trying to find yourself feeling vulnerable, but you're not looking for people's approval anymore. Some kind of an approval is coming across your path, like I said, whether it's approval for love, approval for a house, approval for a new job, approval for, a different circle of friends. Whatever the approval is adding to your security, your stability, your vitality, your loyalty, patience, your career success, your prosperity. Is adding to all of those things. So the people that you once looked for, human beings that you once looked for approval for, whether it's in the workplace or in your personal life, you're no longer looking for their approval anymore. Because again, that's how in high regard you're being held. Here we have this right here twice. That's how people look at you. They look at you, a person as like, wow. They're looking at you like you are, like I said, you got the high priest and high priestess. They looking at you as a person who is so balanced out in your, they like information comes to you so easily and it's so clear and it's resonating with so many people, Pisces, that they want a piece of that. So they want to be able to connect to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You're just simply saying, I forgive you, but you have no access to my universe. None whatsoever. They're going to want to try to tell you, oh, I was younger. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea that you were going to become this, that, and it's just, okay, God believed in me. God knew that I was going to be this, right? So you're not holding any grudges because you all walked away from a lot of highly manipulative, gaslighting energies in your personal and your professional life. Like I said before, you don't have to sit around and ruminate on this at all. You really don't. Unless you want to, you can sit around it, but the whole purpose of you going through this is so that you can become wiser, not bitter, not manipulative. It's just, you know what, I'm turning off the water supply. I'm still a compassionate person. I'm still compassionate towards all of a sudden, because it looks like, when I look at this, it looks like somebody could have sold you out for an inheritance. And I'm going to give somebody an example of what I'm talking about. Let me look at this right here. Two of Wands came out twice. So this is like double blessings coming your way in terms of your soul tribe, your soul circle, all of these things. And you worked hard for it. It was God in you that worked really hard for it. Here we have the Princess of Swords. Let me give somebody an example for something, right? Since we're talking about the Ten of Cups here. Somebody could have been married to somebody, and again, only take what resonates with you. Somebody could have been married to somebody who felt very vulnerable and unprotected by their in-laws or in-law, right? And so that person, all they could focus on, all somebody had to do was dangle a house or some kind of inheritance in front of them to get them to leave you or to cheat on you or to mess around on you. And guess what? They were out the door, left you vulnerable and unprotected. Could have been you and kids. Could have been for some of you all. And now that they are realizing that they could not stop or block this King of Pentacles, which is the wealthiest card in the deck, and you're very close to opening up your vault door, all of a sudden they got time to talk. All of a sudden they were younger. They didn't know what they were doing. They couldn't see what they can see clearly now. Listen, again, you're not holding any grudges, but you're clearly saying to them, no problem, I understand, but there is no, and you're saying to them, I understand. I completely, I understand, I understand, I overstand. But you still don't have access. You don't have full level of access. If you want to talk about the kids, or you want to talk about, and only if there's kids involved, you want to talk about the kids, then, that's it. But anything else about how I'm doing and what I'm doing and what's coming up next, there's no conversation. They will know very clearly that you have moved on, that you've forgiven them, that you're not. They may even tell people, oh, they holding a grudge, they still mad because of X, Y, and Z, and they should learn how to forgive. Your definition of forgiveness is not their definition of forgiveness, right? So whatever, it doesn't mean what they're saying. But again, despite all the, because it looks like something happened between the ages of 0 and 7 that could have, somebody's root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and your heart chakra thrown out of alignment. So somebody was looking like they were looking for people's approval, looking for some kind of emotion, like looking for some kind of stability, some kind of security in something. And so people are going to try to come back and try. There we go. The moon card. I'm not surprised. Something from your past will try to resurface. Can we talk? Can we, if they have access to you, they may try, if it's through, a person you had kids with, they may try to come through your adult kids if you have adult kids. But again, like I said before, source is saying stay as far away from them as possible. It's nothing but the devil trying to keep you in a state of confusion. Here we have the devil card. There we go. Trying to test and see if you're demons, and see if you're really ready to open up your vault door. Even if they try to come through your kids and say, hey, mom or dad, so and so wants to talk to you. They want to connect with you. You can just, in a very kind way to your adult kids, to some of you all, you know what? Thank you for delivering the message. Um, but I'm not interested, and I'm asking you kindly not to send any more messages to me through them. I don't care what's going on in their life. I'm not holding on to any grudges. My life is very different now. So that's a message somebody can give to somebody. But if if it's an ex and there's no kids involved or whatever, trying to resurface through because they see, a lot of people are starting to see they couldn't stop or block your wealth, then guess what? I have no conversation for you. Your blindfolds are off. You had on blindfolds before, right? You had on blindfolds before. Didn't even realize why you were coming across as defensive and coming across as a person who wasn't budging because somebody was in denial about something. Somebody was in denial about something. So all they are left with are memories sitting off on the sideline. That's where your breakthrough is going to come through, Pisces. Your breakthrough is going to come through you asking yourself, why did I give so much power to people who were trying to keep me out of something when I didn't even know behind some people's vault door is a bunch of chaos and confusion and rubble. Like there's some families, like what's coming to my mind right now is some people wanted to be a part of other people's family. Like you could be married to somebody, or you could want to be accepted into somebody's family, and it's so much chaos and confusion. They're feeding off your wanting to be accepted, and they're going in even harder trying to mistreat you. Oh, well, we don't really like the way they dress. They said something to somebody, just constantly keeping chaos and confusion. So it's nothing behind the vault door for them because your key doesn't work in their vault door. I'm telling you, somebody is going to try to come back from the past and try to have something having to do with money, having something having to do with when they can't get what they want. You're gonna try to make another comment about you're not smart enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. And again, you can go ahead and cut that off because you're deciding I'm not taking a phone call, text, email, nothing. Nope. Here we have the Magician card and also the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is again God's way of saying to you, got double blessings coming your way. A lot of blessings coming your way. Stay as far away from people they see you as competition. They're at war with their own demons, but it'll come out as them being at war with you, and you got clear messages coming through. When I tell you that when planets go retrograde, it's a gift, that's an understatement. It is a gift when planets go retrograde. I don't care what you heard, but it is a gift because it's like those messages are coming to you slow enough, like they're coming across the screen slow enough for you to read them. Like when you go to movies, Pisces, and at the end the credits are flying up. You don't even get a chance to really see. But sometimes you sit in a movie theater and they're going slow enough for you to see everything. That's what retrograde in Mercury is really about. Just like these messages are coming through crystal clear and they slow. They coming through slow so you can see what's happening. Yeah. So yeah. Leave those energies behind of people who are, trying to come in through whatever slick way they're trying to come in. You're like, nope. I've already broken the chain. I've already broken the chain of my own demons. My demons used to be I was looking for acceptance. I was looking for, people to like me and all of this other stuff. All I care about now is Source loving me. That's all it, and it's self-love, right? So I'm still a nice person. I'm still compassionate, but I already realized that some people don't have a place in my universe. So you have your own table. I have my own table in my universe, and there's no seat for you at my table. I'm still compassionate, but, Queen of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and also the Seven of Wands. So Nine of Wands lets me know that somebody is definitely on the other side of a long and arduous journey. And again, Source wants you to stay away from any kind of treacherous thinking about things. We have the Seven of Wands. Again, I do see somebody sitting down and kind of sort of meditating and just within yourself, defending your decision to stay away from those types of energies that burned you in the past, or at least emotionally drained you. Here we have the Eight of Wands. Somebody is just being fast tracked. Somebody's being fast tracked to lots of duties and responsibilities, and it's coming out twice. It's like double fast track, both in your personal and your professional life, and tons like double the amount. You got the Eight of Wands came out twice, Two of Wands came out twice, and Source is saying to you, you earned all of this. So continue being happy, charismatic, and free. And like I said, you got fresh water coming across your path, and that fresh water could be from a youthful energy saying, hey, I got some creative ideas for you, or it can be a new creative idea that came in through a dream. Since we have High Priestess, it could have come in through a dream, or some kind of a feeling. So, and I'm looking at least 8 streams of income. So there's a lot of messages coming in, and it can be overwhelming until you start tossing things into a fire pit, okay? Until you start tossing things into a fire pit and releasing it in love. I release these energies. God, thank you for allowing me to see what energies in my past was causing some kind of a blockage that I was looking for some kind of acceptance for. Now I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to go in through their vault door. I have my own. I now recognize I have my own. So, yep. All right. Self-love. This is you and your inner child. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Long before I pulled this card, I already knew it because I could see it right here in the Ten of Cups. Somebody was looking for some kind of acceptance, like whether you were trying to get into, being somebody's family, being included to something, and same thing at work, looking for. So now that you have found your own key to your vault and you're sitting right there in the key in front of your own vault, it's go time. That's why I said get your rest, Pisces, because things are about to take flight. In terms of your money coming in, the creative ideas have already started coming in. For some of you all, it's a little bit overwhelming because it's like, I don't even know where to start. Do I go back to school? Do I take these classes? Do I start this business? Do I start that business? And it could be all of the above because it's a lot of incoming information that's going to make you very, very wealthy. But instead of you saying I'm overwhelmed by all of these creative ideas coming in, I don't even really know where to start, but like it's just all just floating around in your spirit, you can also thank God in advance for sending you help. You can always say, God, thank you for sending me help. Maybe hiring some people, to help you with this, or, send me some help right now. It can come in for some of you, it can come in the smallest of ways. You can be going to your therapist or masseuse, or you could be going to your beautician or barber or whatever, and ask them, who did your website? Like, how did you set up, your pay situation? Like, those kind of things are also helpful when you're trying to start your business and all this stuff. Start asking people, like, don't just sit there and just like, okay, well, the information is going to come to me in a dream, but I don't know what this means. Source is really trying to encourage people to talk and ask, like, how did you start your business? Okay, who do you use for your accounting service? And because again, like I said before, people see you as this person right here, somebody who already has it all together. There's nothing wrong with the exchange of information because it's going to make you wealthier and wealthier. Here we have this right here, Faye. Not everything as it seems. That's exactly what I was talking about right here. Somebody was thinking, oh, they having big fun on the other side of that door. But behind their door is a bunch of rubble and a bunch of fakings, fake smiles, fake this and fake that, right? Lots of cord cutting ceremonies that need to happen is going on behind those doors. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tale. I'm telling you, there's a story beneath the tale. Those places that you wanted to get into is not what you thought it was. And see, now that you don't need any of those energies are going to try to come back around because they need you. Oh, I didn't know that you knew this person, or I didn't know that you were connected to this and such and such and such and such. Don't let your ego get the best of you with a Cheshire cat grin on your face. Like I said, take no phone calls. Take no phone calls, text messages, emails, none of that. No, you may be tempted to, but like I said, the best thing for you to do is keep your vibrations high. It's time to release negativity. That's right. It's time to release negativity. That's even some of your exes trying to come back around. All of a sudden, they see you have a social media presence and you're making money and people hold you in high regard. And the way it's going to come back to some people, believe it or not, is that somebody is going to come to them and say, you know what, I follow so and so on social media, and they like, wait a minute, I know that person. That name sounds familiar, or that voice sounds, familiar, because that's how people are. Information is coming to people. Remember, Mercury retrograde doesn't just affect you, Pisces. It affects a lot of people, and the people are starting to pick up on, like, wait a minute, let me see if I can reach back out to that person and see how they doing. Sources like, whereas before you were looking for some kind of, I want to be connected to this person. I want to be connected to that person. Again, it's not arrogance. It's protecting your energy. You're not holding a grudge. It is protecting your energy, Pisces. Hopefully you hear me. It's protecting your energy. You don't need to have one last conversation with them about how when I needed you, you weren't there. Ask the universe for clarity. That's your next step. Ask the universe for clarity. You're not holding a grudge. You're just learning. You just had to learn on your own, in your own vulnerability, in your own hurt, how to protect your own inner child. And that's who you're protecting now. You're protecting your own inner child. 10. I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills, Pisces. Your mind is sharp and it allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others to how to carry things out. Yep. And trust me, the people who are operating in their own gift, they're not going to come back around to you and, knowing that they hurt you and ask you for help. They just, they'll go straight to God. You know what? I'm glad to see that, Pisces is prospering and I'm going straight to God. But the ones who are arrogant, oh my God, they will try to come back around. Oh, hey, I remember such and such and such and such. First time you decline their invitation or you decline the phone call, they start back gossiping again. Oh, I know this about them. I know that about them, and that lets you know, hey, some of it you'll hear about, some of it you won't even hear about. Some of it won't even matter to some of you all. You're like, I don't care. There we go, inner child again. Self-love is coming out again. Self-love, and then inner child came out. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. That's right. Your inner child this card came out twice. Self-love and inner child. I'm telling you, Pisces, this is amazing. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Because I'm telling you, all the people that thought they were making you feel worse, some people knew that you were vulnerable. And they took advantage of that. I mean, they took advantage of it anyway. So, all right. So let's pull an affirmation card, and here's some affirmations you can say to yourselves, Pisces. And let's go ahead and get ready to close this out. Here's some affirmations you can say to yourselves, Pisces. Here we go. Forgiveness. Yeah, you forgive them, but that doesn't mean that you're giving them access to your vault. I forgive myself. I am healing from past trauma. I release all guilt. I forgive hurt done by others. I accept that I cannot change the past. Anger does not control my mind. I release all sadness. I am grateful for every experience. I am stronger because of my challenges. That's right. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said before, you're going from Five of Pentacles to all these other pentacles, and information is steadily pouring in. So with all of these creative ideas, it can get overwhelming. It's like, okay, where do I start, right? But make sure you're making room. So any negative energies, any negative, thoughts that come across your mind, toss it into a burning bowl, release it in love, because you trying to make room to be booked and busy, not burdened, okay? That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.